Hey, good morning, everybody. Good morning, Reese. Good morning, Tyra. Hey, Tarati. Oh, yes. I want to just say wow to you for starting brand new, girl. Wow to you. I'm so proud of you. Hey, Amos, good morning. Good morning, good morning. You guys do me a favor, please share this out to all my replay viewers. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. I'm Sensei Severe coming to you from Baltimore, and I'm on here every day, 8:30 a.m. Monday through Friday, to give you just some of my own personal insights into starting and growing a home-based business. For you spiritual entrepreneurs, how do you put yourself out there, share your story naturally, and attract your perfect and right customers to you with ease and grace? That's what I do. Many, many different ways to do that, but y'all, that's what I'm about. That's what I'm here for. And I love giving encouragement and just dropping some little nuggets first thing in the morning, because I know you guys are getting up and getting ready for work, or maybe already in the office. And so I want to just encourage you as you go into your day. So guys, please do me a favor again, share this out. Share this out, because I am going to be dropping some nuggets, some things I was thinking about in looking at my own business. I was listening to a podcast, or having a conversation about a podcaster, one that I really highly respect. But she said some things in her podcast yesterday, and I was talking about it with somebody, and not sure I totally agree with her. So I want to give my kind of like my 2 cents on it all. This music is playing under here, and it's kind of driving me a little bit bonkers. So let me pause that for a moment in time and come back here. Okay, so what I want to talk about is, I called it Lift Off, how to take your idea from a hobby to a profitable business right on schedule. The important thing, guys, is that it is your schedule. Okay, so there's a couple of things that you want to keep in mind. Again, this is all from the Gospel according to Sabira, according to what I have experienced. So, take it for what it's worth, right? But in developing, building my business from scratch, from home, these are just a few things that I have noticed. So take some notes, all right? So for those of you who don't know, I worked for an airline for just shy of 20 years in a former iteration of my life. And some things I noticed that are kind of parallel to what my business life has looked like. Good morning, Sabira, my name twin. How are you? Glad you're here today. So the first thing is that if you notice, an airplane is sitting at the gate before we get to the point of takeoff. And this plane is getting a lot of support, a lot of attention. It's being loaded down with a lot of stuff, right? Good morning, Dirk. Where are you in the world, my dear? Where are you in the world? Speaking of flight attendants. Good morning, Craig. Good morning, Craig. So yes, lots of attention is being given to this aircraft, okay? Aircraft in this, what I'm talking about is your idea, right? Whatever your big idea is, right? I used to fly on 737s. That was the aircraft of choice of the carrier that I was a flight attendant with, the 737. Big plane, big idea. What is your big idea? So the first thing you have to do is sit still at the gate and attend to this big idea, right? And it may look like, if you are far away, I don't know if you guys have ever done this, but as a kid, I used to love to go to the airport and watch the planes take off, right? But the whole process, while I worked for the airline, seeing the entire process, hey Lisa, hey Rolita, seeing the entire process unfold, right? We're gonna start from the time that the plane is sitting at the gate and you've got all of these ground personnel loading it with bags, taking bags off, reloading bags. You've got mechanics underneath making sure that everything works well, right? You've got your captain and your co-captain doing what they do in the front. Your flight attendant. I mean, so much is going on with this aircraft, you guys, and it is only sitting at the gate. Here is what I want you to know, that while it's sitting still at the gate, so much is happening to your idea to make sure it can take off, to make sure you can actually get off the ground, right? You hear people talk about, if you work your business like a hobby, you're going to get hobby money. Well, I'm going to tell you something that I've noticed to be true. Even when you work your business like a business, sometimes you're going to get paid like it's a hobby. Don't let that fool you. Don't let that fool you. While all that running around is happening around the airplane to make sure the people get in and get their seat. Good morning, Lovetta. Make sure the people get in the aircraft. They get their seat. The pilots doing their thing. The mechanics doing their thing. The flight attendants, they're doing their thing. The customer service people doing their. There is so much happening for one plane to get off the ground. There is so much happening for your idea to get off the ground. And do not allow people who are sitting on the outside of your airport, your business, tell you because your aircraft is sitting at the gate, there's nothing happening. And because you're not making a lot of money right now, you're treating your business like a hobby. Now, you may have to check yourself because maybe you are treating it like a hobby. I can't be the judge of that. Nobody outside of you can judge that. Only you know. And see, this is the thing about us entrepreneurs. We can be working way into the late wee hours of the night. Nobody sees that. And nobody needs to see that. Nobody needs to know that, right? You're not doing your business and breathing life into your idea for the people to give you accolades. I don't care if anybody ever says, oh my God, Sabira, I love your business. Well, it's not about that. If you let your guiding principle be service, let your guiding principle be, I am here to serve. I have a purpose. I have a mission. I have a vision. And let that be your guide. They in the aircraft, they have this thing called a heads up system, where you pull it down and it shows you, it helps the pilots navigate. But nobody else sees this heads up system because they're not in. Once you shut that door, right? Once you shut the door to the front part of the cabin where the captain and co-captain are, nobody sees what's going on up there. The door is locked. So while you're working on your business early in the morning, late at night, nobody sees, but please don't allow yourself to feel judged. Nobody has a right to do that anyway. But you as the entrepreneur, you need to know that even if right now I need to work my business as a hobby, that's part of it. You need to make sure it's fun. People do hobbies because they enjoy it. Well, hopefully you are enjoying your business. It's your purpose should be fun. You need to be passionate about this thing because there's going to be long days and long nights and naysayers and short days in terms of money probably. I'm just telling you guys the truth, right? You see all these people out here trying to tell you about, all you see is the glitz and the glory, right? Well, there's blood in the story too. There really is. You guys, for me to get from where I was to where I am, if I told you all that I've lived through, all that I have gone through to take my business from hobby to where it is today. And if I had known what I would have to go through during that, especially sitting still process, where people are saying, oh, you working your business like a hobby. They don't know. And it's okay. It's okay. All right. So I'm going to give you a couple of tips that might help you keep yourself uplifted while you are getting your aircraft, your idea, your business off the ground, okay? You guys, somebody scribe this for me, write this down for me, okay? First of all, have a clear vision. Having a clear vision about where you want to go will help you get through those still times, right? Having a clear vision about where you want to go. Organize yourself so that emotionally you can handle the lean times, the still times, the times where you even doubt yourself. Organize your life so that you can handle your emotions, because that's the biggest thing, I think, in being especially a home-based business, a home-based entrepreneur. You're not out there getting reinforcement from other people in the marketplace, because my entire business pretty much is in this office in my house, right? So I've got to be clear about where I'm going. Get yourself a co-pilot that is committed to being a co-pilot. You guys, every captain needs a co-captain. They need to be in charge of the dominion of support. There are people who love to support, like that is their thing in life. Find yourself somebody to hang with who is about support, because guys, without support, you're not gonna make it. You cannot lift off your idea on your own. Be clear about that, okay? Understand that you will sit at the gate. You will sit at the gate. That's part of the process, right? Number 3, sit at the gate. When it's time for you to back up, what does a plane do? Does a plane just go like a car and just back out whoop, real quick like that and then take off? No, a plane backs away from the gate slowly. All this while, people on the outside are saying, oh, you got a nice little hobby. That's a nice little thing that you got, your little side hustle. Stay with the process, guys. Back out, and you're going to see why in a minute. Back out from the gate slowly. That's what an aircraft does. It's a big idea. You can't move big things quickly. They don't move quickly. Back out slowly from the gate. Then you're going to get to the runway, and you're going to slowly go down the runway. Stay with me, you guys. You're going to slowly go down the runway. Have you ever seen an aircraft? A 737? A little Cessna. Have you ever seen it going 60 miles an hour, 80 miles an hour, 100 miles an hour down the runway when it's getting to that point of the runway for takeoff? No, it moves very slowly, right? Sometimes you're like, you're the passenger and you're like, oh my God, are we ever going to get to the takeoff point? I don't know. I'm sure that has an official name. I don't know what it is, but okay. So you get in position. And what happens when you get in position? When that airplane gets in position, guess what it does, guys? It stops. Pay attention next time you're taking a trip on an aircraft. It literally comes to a complete stop. Pause. And then what they do is the captain starts throttling up, slowly, pushing, right? So there will come a point in your business where you're going to have to put your foot on the gas and you're going to have to push, right? You're going to have to push. You're going to have to throttle it, push forward. The plane starts to move. It doesn't go from 0 to, 100 in 2 seconds. It slowly revs up. And there comes a point where you're going fast and then all of a sudden they pull the yoke back. And when that happens, the plane lifts. Are y'all with me? Oh my God, tell me if you're with me. Or am I just talking to myself this morning? Are y'all with me? If you're with me, I need you guys, tell me something. I need you to understand, guys, that the going slow is a fundamental and necessary part of the business growth. It's necessary. The pauses are necessary. They're built in. And then there comes a point where you got to pull back. Sometimes that means you're pulling back from family. Sometimes you're pulling back from friends. Sometimes you're pulling back from your job. You may go down to part-time. You guys, you feeling me? All of this stuff happens, right? So you pull back, and when you pull back, that is the point of liftoff. It doesn't have, we're not a helicopter. That's not what we're talking about, where you go from standstill to straight up. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about building a long-term, a real business. Take your time. It's okay. It's okay. See, like somebody on here didn't like what I said. They gave me some angry signals, which is cool. Which is cool. That's fine. This is what you needed today, Sabira. Oh, good, sis. I'm glad. So take your time. Pull back. When you pull back on the yoke, that's when your profit happens. Do y'all hear me? So you're going to be spending money. You're going to be throwing money. It looks like you're just feeding an alligator, throwing money at this business. Now, yes, there comes a point where you're going to have to make a profit. Because if you're not making a profit, guess what? Unfortunately, you don't have a profitable business, right? You do then, it is a hobby. And if that's what it's going to be, let it be that. But if you're going to have a business and actually be able to serve people, guys, you have to get in profit. We have to be okay with generating income. Otherwise, you can't support yourself and you can't support your business, which is an actual energy and entity unto itself. And its lifeblood is currency. So spiritual entrepreneurs, I need you to do your work and get okay with generating income. And I actually need you to get okay with knowing that while you're learning, you're going to be paying. You're going to be paying other advisors who can guide you, who can walk with you, mentors, advisors, coaches, you name it, right? Other professionals, practitioners. You are going to need to be able to pay them to support you to get your aircraft off the ground and flying. So if you're not okay with that, keep it a hobby. Keep it a hobby. Just say, you know what? I just want to play at this thing. Or grow up and realize you have to make an investment of time. First of all, unless you were born into some wealthy family that's just going to throw money at you and you can just, pop up a business like that. You're going to have to invest time. It's going to look like sitting still. It's going to look like moving slow. But you also have to pay advisors to be around you and your support, whomever, to help you lift this thing off. So I hope that made sense. I hope that resonates with you. If it did, if I said one thing of value today, guys, do me a favor. Share this video out. Share this video out about lifting off. This is how I've experienced it. Clearly doesn't mean it's the only experience, but guys, the people that I've seen be hugely successful in whatever way they measure success, when they say, you know what, I feel successful now, my business is what I call a success, they've gone through all of those periods, all of those experiences. Let me go here and see if I have any comments. Guys, so we have, I don't know how many marketers are on here who might be listening. But if you are a marketer and you're here in Baltimore and you want to know about attraction marketing, contact me. Not to work with me, but because my mentor is coming to town. So this ought to be a really fun time and an educational time. Anyway, guys, that's what I want to leave you with today. I want you to know that liftoff, getting your idea from hobby to a profitable business, is on schedule, your schedule. And don't allow yourself to be shamed into moving faster before you have the support, before you have the money flowing underneath you to support your liftoff. All of that has to happen, okay? So, guys, thanks so much for being here. This is Sensei Sabira again, coming to you from Baltimore. I'm here every day, Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. So share this out with somebody. If you have a budding entrepreneur or somebody who is in business for themselves, specifically home-based business, I'm here to just share what I'm learning, what I'm doing, take you on my journey. Some of you guys have been with me for 5-6 years. 5-6 years. When I got sick, that's when it all started. So I'm here every day. I want to just pour into you what I've learned and what has been poured into me and what continues to be poured into me as my business grows. So thanks so much. Thanks for sharing, and I will see you guys tomorrow morning. I see you. I see you. I see you. Thank you. Thank you. Have a beautiful day, you guys. Create a beautiful day for yourselves. Peace.